So, in continuation of our breast diseases class, like I always say, these things don't fly on people. I mean, sorry, my love. Sorry. They're not the first women to exist. Women long before we came into existence. They existed on this same earth. So why weren't they all of these complaints? Why we? Like what's happening? Why all of these problems? Where did all of these maladies and anomalies, where did they come from? If your mothers, your ancestral mothers never suffered these breast diseases, and suddenly these things started erupting from nowhere, like everybody's complaining, one thing leads to the other, and before you know, a normal breast becomes very sore and disgusting and gets to the point of maggots even oozing out. How and why? There is something you're doing that our mothers back then we never did or weren't doing. They didn't do in their time. A lot of things. Like I always say, these things don't fly on people. No matter what it is that is happening with you right now, trace the source. By the time you trace the source, you will discover wrong lifestyle, standing gallant, staring at you. When you start tracing it down to its source, you discover you are your own enemy. You are the witch behind yourself. You are the one bewitching your own self. There's one thing or the other you're doing wrong. So let's take a look at few things that women of this age are doing, subjecting their breasts to discomfort. It's a very, very serious issue. This is a very important message because, you know, a lot of misinformation everywhere, a lot of wrong orientations on health, especially the Western orientation of health. A lot of wrong messages and wrong theories have been passed that is even bringing this problem instead of solving it. Imagine you going to the source of your problem thinking you're trying to treat it. I don't know if you understand me. Like I've always warned or spoken against this biopsy lumpectomy of a thing. If you do a kind of bringing relief or solution to this problem, I wouldn't talk about it at all. But the fact that many women are running onto these procedures because they have been made to believe that it's a prevention against something. Meanwhile, the problem itself starts from there. Is why it's a very big issue. Is why every woman must listen to what I'm about to say. Many women, when they check their breasts and discover some lumps or whatever it is that they are not comfortable with, some could be itchiness, some could be really hotness. You see their breast is hot. Some could be one thing or the other, anything that they're just not comfortable with. Out of fear, they run to the hospital or wherever. And the next recommendation is a biopsy or lumpectomy. Now, this woman left her house in and hearty. Nothing was wrong with that. Her breasts were normal. She might have been experiencing hotness of the breast. Could be due to contraceptives. Could be due to subjecting her breasts to the wrong bras. You know, the wrong bras, they are the cause of, should I say, 90% of breast diseases. Bras that choke the breast. Bras that, you know, when you wear the wrong bras yourself, you would know that this thing I'm wearing is not comfortable. When you wear your breast and you can't even breathe well, you're wearing these wears, and by the time you pull it, every time you pull this bra, your breast is always red. You come back from your outing, you pull this bra, you notice your breast is stony. You notice your breast is hard. You notice how rocky it is. You notice how engorged this breast is. That's a warning. That's a sign that you're doing something wrong. This breast will soon start misbehaving if you don't stop. But many women take all of this signs for granted. They're not even aware, they don't even connect. They don't link or attribute these things to these sicknesses. All their mind is going to some lumps being the causes of the problem, or some cells, cancer cells that some doctors told them somewhere. Meanwhile, these things are all consequences of our wrong lifestyles. You come back from this outing, you move this way, this bra, your breast is red, it's itchy, you don't take notes, or you're not attributing it to that. You might even know that it's the bra that is causing this thing, yet you just don't want to believe that this wears could cause something as serious as breast disease. Many of us don't attribute these things, these sicknesses, to our lifestyle. We just overlook them, and then next thing you go to those who are ready to tell you lies. You hear DNA, you hear chromosomes, you hear genetics, hereditary. You start hearing all manner of things. Please, there is nothing that is perfect. Nothing is perfect. The fact that sicknesses didn't exist from day one, they just just erupted along the way. It's a sign that something went off course. We went off, like we got perverted along the line, and these things started coming up. They didn't exist for them. So the fact that they didn't exist before means that there's nothing like hereditary. You didn't inherit any sickness from anybody. You don't inherit sickness because it was not there from day one. If you say sickle cell is in hereditary, for instance, so the first person who started this trend, or whoever it is that was the first sickler, who did he or she inherit our own genes from, since you believe it's genetic? Because that's the Western orientation on this. And we have been running practicals on this particular topic. If we go down this page, you'll see a lot of sicklers presented by their parents. For our practicals on what? Sorry, my love. For our practicals on immunity. So this is why I'm bringing out all of these patients publicly, and we are doing our practicals with them to what? Create awareness, to change, hey, baby boy, to change. It's okay. To change our orientation, the Western orientation on this sickness. So we'll know the truth. Hey, baby boy. So we'll know the truth. We'll know the truth behind the sicknesses. These are anomalies. So please, there's nothing happening with the breast today that is something that came from the blue. Something that came from just flew on you. No. Stop imagining some. And lumps is not because of breast diseases. No, please. Lumps is equally a consequence of whatever it is you're doing, whether wrong or right, because there's your breast could get engorged or lumpy as a result of just natural factors. As a breastfeeding mother, for instance, hey, boy, as a breastfeeding mother, for instance, if you notice your breast is lumpy, that is not the problem. It's not a problem because you're breastfeeding. You simply what? You breastfeed more in order to what? Dissolve the breast milk. As a pregnant person, if your breast is not engorged or lumpy, you shouldn't be surprised too. You shouldn't be surprised. This boy. So, like I was saying, these things don't fly on people. You are doing one thing and the other that is causing all of these problems. As a pregnant woman, I think it's only natural for your breast to be lumpy or engorged, because you're planning to, the body's preparing the breast to what? Feed a child. So these things are normal. This is natural stuff. The nursing mother, like I said, you wake up sometimes to engorge breasts. These things shouldn't scare you. There is nothing strange about whatever it is that's happening to you. They are all lifestyle consequences. So if you notice your breast is hard or your breast is lumpy, this is what I'm saying. There is nothing to go and check. There is nothing to go and test. You're not blind to see that your breast is lumpy. So I don't know what the test is about. I don't even know exactly what we are going to test for. So in the process of going to test for what only God knows, It's why a lot of women today are suffering obviously. You see all of these women with sore breasts, divided breasts that are messy, oozing all manner of things. They are results of lumpectomy and biopsy. And we go to run this test, and from there, the injury created or curated in the breast, the injury, the sore left in the breast in the process of this during these procedures, they never heal. They just keep expanding and expanding and expanding. So what you're suffering is either a consequence of what? Your wrong lifestyles, or the side effect or the aftermath of biopsy or lumpectomy. So either ways, it's either your wrong bras, your contraceptives, your wrong creams, your wrong soaps, whatever. Abortion, yes, abortion. It could also lead to breast diseases because your body was preparing to breastfeed, preparing your breast to breastfeed a child, and along the line you just cut off the whole cycle. It's going to be affecting you in the long run because your breast will be halfway prepared to breastfeed, and then you just cut off the whole thing, diverted the whole, you just flushed out the baby, and your breast, how do you want to flush out the breast? That was already preparing to breastfeed. And from there, if not well managed, you see some women, they're still young, they're not breastfeeding, they're not even gotten married, you see them, their breast leaking milk, you see their breast, their nipples leaking blood, a lot of anomalies. These things we ain't saw before. So these things don't fly on people. Let's stop imagining sicknesses came from somewhere. I don't know. There is nothing that didn't come from you. You are responsible for whatever it is that happens to you. You are responsible. You might not know, but you are responsible. These things don't fly on people. So please, there's nothing to go check. That's what I'm saying. Nothing to go and test. There's nothing to test. You try it, go in for it. You try it, you never come out. You try it, you allow them do anything with your breast, you allow them inject you, you allow them pierce you with any needle or any syringe in the name of testing for only what God knows. You might never come out of this mistake. I'm telling you, go down this page, keep checking and checking. You see a lot of them get tired. A lot of these public patients, breast disease patients that are suffering. You know when you're wishing for death, and death is not coming, it's get to that stage. Do not fall a victim. Do not say I didn't tell you. Your breast is lumpy, it is lumpy. There are no types of breasts. There's something like cancerous breasts. Cancerous lumps. This one is not cancer. There's nothing like that. Your breast is lumpy, Fats are fats. Your breast is your breast. Except you are saying there are different kinds of fats in the same breast. Your breast are fats by nature. If breast is lumpy, that is it. It means the fats in that breast are clogged at that moment. You simply change your lifestyle and you keep oiling your breast until it dissolves. Change your lifestyle. There is no two ways about it. So I don't know what you're going to check. I don't know if you need a prophet to feel the lumps in your breast. I don't know if you need devices or machines to tell you your breast is lumpy for you to know. So I don't really know exactly the rationale behind all of this barbarism. I do not know. But please, this is a warning. And so I took my time to make this video. Change your lifestyles. Contraceptives, Africans, please stop. These things have done they've wreaked a lot of havoc. You see women with goiter, you see women with swollen, bulgy eyes, you see the eyes coming out of it. These things are a result of contraceptives. A lot of, even if stuff you all call fibroids, is another consequence of what contraceptives. These things don't fly on people. What you call fibroids is your womb swelling. The womb and its environment swelling, bloating. This is also another consequence of contraceptives. These things were not existing before. Life was good before. Stop. If you know you don't want children, then you need to avoid all of these things that will lead to. Stop all of these things, and then life will be fair to you. That's all. life would be fair to you. Stop the wrong bras. Check this page for sample of the, at least a sample of the kind of bras that are advisable. Bras without underwires, bras without push-ups, bras that aren't tight. Any bra that will not choke you, bra that you yourself will be breathless. What is this sign? What kind of guy shakara is that? You know, that's something that you feel free in. I would always advise bra tops. And when you are home in your comfort zone, go without bras. If you must go out, bra tops is okay. No matter how busty you are, look for a firm bra top of your size. That should be okay. So please, change your lifestyle and keep oiling your breasts. Avoid biopsy, avoid lumpectomy, so you do not buy trouble. And then, if your breast is already sore, when I say sore, I mean injured. Your breast is already injured, open. Injury from biopsy is not healing and is expanding and pains. And please, to clean the sore, you boil your salt in water. Clean water, boil your salt, allow the water cool down, then you pour into a sterilized container. When I mean sterilize, the container, boil your container in water, boil it, and then allow it dry. And then you pour your salt, your boiled salt water in it. After cooling, you pour in it, cover tight. That will be your water for what? Cleaning the sore. Get clean cotton wools, new cotton wools, buy them as many as possible. You fetch into a small container, you dip your cotton wool in it, you clean the sore, clean, keep cleaning until the wound is very clean. You keep changing the cotton wools as many times as possible. You clean and then you do what? You get your castor oil. Castor oil is very expensive, so we have our recommended castor oil, Enticel. This company has its own recommended castor oil for our patients. We don't use just anyhow castor oil in the market. We got a specific one that we've tried, tested, and this is what we recommend for every single patient of Enticel. So please check this page for that recommended castor oil so you get that one. Get it because of the economy is very good on everybody, so please, I understand what this means. Very expensive, so you could mix your castor oil, mix with palm kernel oil, and ensure the palm kernel oil is pure and not adulterated, not mixed with anything. Get a pure palm kernel oil or cold pressed coconut oil. Mix with your what? With your castor oil, and then apply on the entire breast. Pour on the entire breast. Don't manage the oil. Pour, and then after pouring on the breast, on the entire sore, the entire breast, on the sore and everywhere, you wrap. You wrap with your bandage. You could cover with tissue. Depends on how the injury looks. Depends on the degree, how severe it is, and I don't know. So you get the right dressing for it. Bandage, cover. You could use cotton wools before bandaging. Anyhow, just ensure you cover it up. And after covering up, you wear your bra top. Continue this way until you are whole. Note, the breast is one organ that takes only God in heaven to heal. That's the truth. That is why you shouldn't even try in the first place. Do not make that mistake. What I just said now is for those who have already made the mistake. But if you haven't, please don't even try. The breast is very difficult to heal. So please be very patient with yourself and keep seeking God's mercy for healing. That's all. Then, as part of your lifestyle change routine, detoxification is very important. So that's the first step. Acknowledge your wrong ways. What wrong things have you been doing that led to your present predicament? Repent of them, that's stopping them, and then detoxification. God bless us all. I am very grateful. Thanks for your confidence in me. This is Mama Nature. In your own Chris Born is my name. I'm the CEO and founder of NDCL. Let's watch out for the revival that is going to be starting from this moment. God bless you again and again and again.